Hey, good morning from the office. Glad to be back here this Monday morning. The voice of rural America. I'm your host, BKP. Yes, we have waited, long awaited for 8/21/17. Hey, Sam. Now, did I not send a video and say it on a video, open the show with this and then come to me? Oh my gosh, what happened? Well, I don't know. I get told, hey, could you please write what you want to do? I write what I want to do. Holy smokes.
You're asking an awful lot this morning.
An awful lot. On August 21st, the day the lights went out in Georgia, and I'm asking too much. Okay, I'm reading the Constitution here. We got a lot to go over today.
Would you like for your video to be played now?
Yeah, I would like to play it now because it's a little humorous thing that I'm going to use in my opening, but we can play it now for a minute and then do my opening. How about that?
A real big show lined up for you this week, and here to get things a little more underway is a friend of mine, a little bitty man with a great big hit record. Meet Mr. Jimmy Dickens, ladies and gentlemen.
One fine day as I was walking down the street, spied a big man with rags upon his feet. Took a penny from my pocket, in his tin cup I did drop it, and I heard him say as I made my retreat, "May the bird of paradise fly up your nose, may the elephant caress you with his toes, may your wife be play with runners in her hose, may the bird of paradise fly up your nose."
May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. I'm just sorry I had to do that one, folks. That's an old little Jimmy Dickens. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. Let me ask you a question. This is the question out here. Rose, let's make sure we're pushing it out. Do you think it's against the law? Is it freedom of speech? Now, this is not a joke, because in this morning's report, throughout the morning, we are going to tell you about a town, a city, a small city in North Georgia that actually thinks it could be against the law to give somebody the middle finger. Now, I don't go around giving people the middle finger, but people go around giving me the middle finger. No, I'm serious. I drive slow up 515, to 55, I know everybody's doing 70. I get the middle finger all the time. I put this up last night and somebody called it the Ella salute. They thought it was the Ella salute. So I don't know. But seriously, I want to know if giving somebody the middle finger, this is no joke, I want to know if giving somebody the middle finger is that freedom of speech, freedom of expression, or could you go to jail? That's my question this morning. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. I want to open with something here. And Sam, if you have this in, I want to open with this for a reason. Yes, by the way, Jerry Lewis died, and enjoyed all the old Jerry Lewis movies. Just want to acknowledge that. Do you have the picture of the Lady Rebel Sarah Sosebee? Let's put that up. I want to start with that. For a reason. Here is Sarah Sosebee, okay? And this is laces out. This is perfect. And laces out the holder there. And what a picture, and it's on our Facebook page, and you can find that on our photo albums. If you go to Fetch Your News and go through our photo albums on Facebook, you will find Sarah Sosebee kicking 6, not 1, 6 extra points, 6, in a 42-0 win over the Gilmer Bobcats. Lady Rebel Sarah Sosebee opens our show. Congratulations, young lady. 6 extra point attempts, 6 for 6. in her opening debut on varsity football for the Fannin Rebels. So I wanted to start there and give that young lady a shout out. Way to go. Congratulations. All right. Now, today is Total Eclipse Day. A couple things to note. Number one, all jokes aside, you're supposed to have your Eclipse approved glasses today. What is it, 1 to 4, Sam? It's like 1 to 4, something like that. I mean, 11 to 4, and sometime around 1, we get the total eclipse in some areas, 100%. It lasts 2 minutes and 38 seconds. I noticed a Facebook post yesterday that Union County Industrial Park, I think it is, and I forget his name. I lost his name. Well, I'll get it back in a minute here. The commissioner in Union County put out a post yesterday that they have 800 parking spaces. 800 parking spaces ready and available at the industrial park in Union County there. Lamar Paris. Chairman Lamar Paris put a post out. They're ready. Yes, Friday, Thursday and Friday, you went on TV and all the internet, and you were looking at the backup pictures of the traffic coming north, bumper to bumper. I was in a meeting Saturday at Ingalls in Blairsville. Young man there, one of the employees that had been there quite some time said I think it was Friday was bigger than the 4th of July for them. So I don't know about traffic this morning, but I do know between 11 and I think 4, and you're supposed to have your glasses. There's been a lot of talk about making sure you have the ones with the ISO and a barcode, and your glasses are supposed to have 12312-2. So I have my glasses ready today. I'm going to flip a coin. I don't know if the eclipse, or it may be a great afternoon to take a nap, whichever one. But I was listening to something this morning that said it's the first total eclipse since 1918, totality. So there you go. All right, Steve Bannon, let's just make this quick. I want to walk through this. Let me see how I'm going to take this. At 9 o'clock, about 8:40, 8:45, I am going to do a Blue Ridge report. Okay, today is Qualify. The city of Blue Ridge, and a lot of people are paying attention to the city of Blue Ridge. A lot of people in Atlanta are paying attention to the city of Blue Ridge, all over our listening and viewing area, because it's a very popular destination point for travelers, people that want to retire, come there, start a business, whatever may. So we're going to do a Blue Ridge report about 8:45, all right? And about 8:45, we're going to do a Blue Ridge report. Qualifying starts today for the city council members for the election and mayor. That's today. And I'll tell you a little more as we go to break what that... Well, you know, Councilwoman Angie said in a special called meeting Thursday, Councilwoman Angie said in a special called meeting Thursday, she said, you know what? You can go back, I think it was, we have the video, you can go back from wherever you come from. Now, Mrs. G, you met Mrs. G on the show last week, all right? I mean, as far as I picked out her email. Remember? I said Mrs. G sent Mrs. Arp an email, or the whole entire city council. I read some clips, and then I read a couple clips from the email that Councilwoman Angie Arp sent back to Mrs. G. We're going to play that entire video. To me, it is shocking. It is shocking, number one, that this is a council member. Then after the meeting, I interviewed Councilwoman Angie Arp. I interviewed Chief of Police Johnny Searcy. You don't want to miss that. And let's see. I have it here somewhere. I'm going to get get to Steve Bannon in just a minute. I'm going to get to Steve Bannon, and he's out of the White House, and he's back at Breitbart. I'm going to get that in a minute, but I'm looking for something. Hold on. Oh, I got it here somewhere. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Here it is, right in my pocket. Let's see, what is this? What is this? Let me see what this is. Okay. Georgia Government Transparency and Campaign Finance Commission. Huh. Fully executed consent order in the matter of Johnny James Searcy. Johnny James, I recognize that name. Do you have a picture of Johnny? I recognize this name. Johnny James Searcy. There he is. That's Johnny. Yeah. I recognize Johnny. I didn't know that was your middle name, James. Searcy. Fully executed. He is the chief of police in the city of Blue Ridge. Huh. Dear Mr. Searcy, please find attached a copy of a fully executed consent order for the above referenced complaint. Huh. I might talk about that one for a little bit. Take Johnny down. Yeah. Ooh. Now, I might talk about it. I might talk about that for a little bit. Okay. Where are we at? Steve Bannon. Folks, is Steve Bannon going to be, in some respects, the next Roger Ailes? Now, wait a minute. There's a lot to talk about where Steve Bannon's concerned leaving the White House, all right? I think this morning, for all of you out there, there's a lot of confusion on the right, okay? A lot of confusion on the right. I happened to start looking at some people's Facebook page. People are really upset with the president. Donald Trump got me out of the White House today when he got Steve Bannon out. I mean, I was reading a little bit of everything on social media. All right. So I want to remind you of something. I think it's important. I told you every couple months we have to play this clip, maybe every 6 weeks. So before we start debating Steve Bannon, you have the Steve Bannon clip. It's like 1 minute 36 seconds, Sam?
Yes.
Okay, let's run this. It's very important to start here. Let's run this clip. CPAC, Steve Bannon.
The reason Reince and I are good partners is that we can disagree. It's not only not going to get better, it's going to get worse every day in the media. And here's why. But by the way, the internal logic makes sense. They're corporatist, globalist media that are adamantly opposed to an economic nationalist agenda like Donald Trump has. President Trump really laid this out, as Reince said, many years ago at CPAC. It's really CPAC that really originally gave him the springboard. It's the first time at Breitbart we started seeing him and saw how people, his speeches resonated with people. And then he would go out to these smaller town halls later, and really he got traction with the same message he's bringing today. Here's why it's going to get worse. Because he's going to continue to press his agenda. And as economic conditions get better, as more jobs get better, they're going to continue to fight. If you think they're going to give you your country back without a fight, you are sadly mistaken. Every day it is going to be a fight. And that is what I'm proudest about Donald Trump. All the opportunities he had to waver off this, all the people have come to him and said, oh, you got to moderate. Every day in the Oval Office, he tells Reince and I committed this to the American people. I promised this when I ran, and I'm going to deliver on this.
Okay, folks, that's where we're at this morning, okay? Going to get worse. Now, there's many of you at home, and in fact, I'm not going to give you a clear answer. I'm really not. I'm not able to give you a clear answer because I'm still sorting through this 100%, okay? Going to get worse. Remember last week I've been talking about corporatocracy. Remember globalist corporate media. It's going to get worse. If you think, these are little things, if you think, okay, We have to fight every day. You are sadly mistaken, and I'm going to repeat those words. If you think for 1 minute that today, after what you watch with a terrorist organization, okay, a terrorist organization, what you think, you're sadly mistaken. All right. Now, what's his name? Asarfat, whatever his name is. All right. Remember, Palestinian, right? I forget his name, Palestinian. And we let him come into this country, and he was a known terrorist. Folks, I'm telling you, Antifa, they are terrorists. And they actually let you know publicly, the Democrats, the DNC, along with the left, they're terrorists. Now, I'm going to make a statement that some don't like in the terrorist organizations. You know, you don't like out there when we hear that some countries uphold terrorism, or some countries trade with terrorists, or some countries do business with terrorists. I just hate to say it, whether you like it or not, okay, the media does business every day with terrorists. I want to know when the government, our government, is going to have the courage, have the actual courage to launch a full investigation against George Soros and imprison him. And not a joke of send him to Guantanamo. I'm very serious, folks. When are we going to get the courage to investigate and get rid of, whether we imprison them, the likes of the John Podestas and the George Soroses that fund these terrorist groups in our country that have one goal and one goal only, to defeat our way of life, or what we became accustomed to. And the reason I want to bring this up, Steve Bannon's out of the White House. Are you shocked? Sources say there was a graceful exit coming, a clean, nice exit for him to leave, and then Charlottesville happened, okay? That's what is said. But is Steve Bannon, will Breitbart be the next Fox News? Now, for those conservatives out there that feel that Fox News had a lot to do with the message, or allowing the message to get out through 2000, all the way through where the Republicans took back over the House of Representatives, the Senate, the White House, Obamacare. If you think that Fox News was a part of helping get that information out, you are correct. But if you look at the recent takedown of Fox, whether it be Charles Payne, Bowling, Eric Bowling, whether it be Bill O'Reilly, the list goes on, all right, Sean Hannity, the takedown is intentional. They are no different than the rest. The takedown's intentional. So will Breitbart, did Steve Bannon leave in time? Now here's the one thing I want to say about the President of the United States. Because you have a choice today. Did the deep state win? Did they? Ask yourself, did the deep state win? Populism. Is Bannon leaving? Is that the end of the populist agenda of the president? Why are so many conservatives calling the president's populist agenda so bad and wrong and not conservative? What created that atmosphere in this country? What created that climate of populists? What created that? Was that intentional? Has that been going on for years to create this divide and conquer? Very serious, okay? Here's one thing. We have a wait and see. So if Bannon is set up, okay? Now let me tell you something, okay? My favorite video, now I'm not getting sidetracked, but just a little, okay? My favorite video, and I don't do it on the show because I don't do bad words, okay? I say hell and damn, I say what the hell, and I don't give a damn. But that's actually my limit, all right? I don't say bad words, I don't allow bad words here, okay? You know what I'm talking about. You know it, I know it, and the American people know it, okay? So does Sam. Anyhow, we don't say bad words. But my favorite video is the very day that Andrew Breitbart walked up. Okay, remember when he walked up to the camera and said, blank, blank, you, John Podesta? All right, that's my favorite video. John Podesta, okay? Blank you, John Podesta. Favorite video. Now, I want to come clean here, okay? I've known Breitbart for years. I didn't really know who Steve Bannon was. I heard of Steve Bannon. But then when the President of the United States, okay, picked Steve Bannon and Kellyanne Conway to head up the team, all right, that's when I really began to realize who Steve Bannon is and pick up what he was about. So 7 months in, is he where did they not know from day one they would want rid of Steve Bannon, the establishment? So through the campaign, 7 months in, is Bannon leaving? We all know him now. It doesn't matter who you are. You know Steve Bannon. You know Breitbart. Pretty good for business. Fox is down the tubes. MSNBC, we know who they are. CNN, ABC, look at the polling, right? So they're so far down the tubes. Could Steve Bannon be walking out at the right time? I want to give you some things to think about. Could he be walking out at the right time? Can Breitbart be the next Fox News? And could Steve Bannon? Now, stay with me. On this show, when Donald Trump got elected, it wasn't 2 weeks after the inauguration. I told you, I have video, that Donald Trump could and will be probably the first sitting president that actually helps campaign in primaries against incumbents in his own party. Remember me telling you that? Right? Look at Jeff Flake. Look at the senator out in Nevada, right? Dean Heller, right? Oh, off the top of my head, right there. Look at that, right? Could Bannon be out in time for election to go full steam against the establishment that does not support Donald Trump? Just giving you that to think about. Could he be out there just in time to get ready, set everything up? So the Jeff Flakes, the Dean Hellers, I don't know. Mitch, Paul, maybe you better watch out. So here's what I want to wrap this up with, okay? Because I'm going to come back before I get to my Blue Ridge. I promise. All right, we're going to do that. But here's what I want to wrap this up. What's next? What's next? And I want you to ask yourself, America, what's next? Because here's what we keep hearing, okay? Here's what we keep hearing. If you want change, vote change. Now you gotta stay with me very close on this and pay attention where I'm going. You continue to hear from all the media, from all the candidates, everybody. If you want change, vote change, right? Right. If your representative or senator does not approve or agree with term limits, what do you keep hearing? Term limits is at the ballot box, right? Right? So we, the American people, want change, so we were told to vote change. And we voted change, and we started seeing the biggest election wins. What was that, 2012? Was it 2010? 2010? Is that when we got, have they had the House since 2010? Yeah, Obama's 28, 2010, Nancy had to give up the gavel. Yeah, I do a timeline. What helps me is like having to envision Nancy Pelosi. That scares the hell out of me. Okay, so in 2010, all right, if you want change, vote change. You got the change, right? 2010. Right? 2012, not, stayed balanced, gained a couple in the Senate, ended up with, let's see, Mitt Romney, no change, and you got Obama. Right? 2014, vote change, you got the Senate. 2016, you got them all. All right, so we're all the way up to you have completely voted the change that you were told if you wanted change to vote for. Right? Stay with me all the way. What's next, folks? If voting change is not enough, that's my question. If voting change is not enough, what's next? Now, I told you, and you know how much I respect Rush Limbaugh. You know that. Been listening since I was a kid, right? You're starting to see on the internet all of these talking heads coming out and talking civil war, possible, right? Where we're at, right? You're hearing it? Folks, I have the video months ago here in this office. I said we are in a technological civil war months ago. This civil war has taken off well after this inauguration immediately. A technological civil war from Facebook to Twitter to anything you have on the internet. We are in a civil war. Don't forget, if you want change, vote change. We did. Look where we're at. What's next? What happens next in this country? I, for one, am concerned. Okay, we're taking down the statues. What's next? Burning books? I'm serious. I swear to God, damn it, listen. We're tearing down statues. Are we going to go to the public library, start jerking the damn books off the shelf and burning them? I swear to God. I mean, do we go to the library this morning and get every Stonewall Jackson book that's in there that mentions his name and burn the hell out of it? I mean, my God, I can understand burning disco records, but that's the line, all right? I'm your host, BKP. I'll be right back after these messages. I think I could get worked up. Antifa, a terrorist group. But Chuck Todd, he loved it. Take us a break, Sam.
This summer, nothing says love like a box of truffles, especially if that box of truffles is in a blizzard.
This is all my favorite truffles. Fudge, caramel, and peanut butter. It's like a surprise in every bite. I bet you're full of surprises.
Actually, I'm full of chicken strips. Just had my break.
You're cute.
Still got it.
The new Triple Truffle Blizzard Treat with fudge, peanut butter, and caramel truffles.
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
Enjoy a $1 Misty Slush and more.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm your host, BKP. Let's go over a couple ways you can communicate with us. There it is, chief@fetchernews.com. That's chief@fetchernews.com. Phone number is 706-889-9700. I can't find my glasses. I know where my glasses are. I just left them at home. I can't see across the room. 9700. You could follow us on Twitter at Fetcher News. You can follow us on Twitter at FYNTV. We want to thank you. We're well over the 1,000 mark on our YouTube subscribers. We want to thank you for going over that 1,000 mark and headed north. If you will subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is FYNTV, Fetch Your News. If you will subscribe to our YouTube channel anytime we post a video or go live, we will, you'll get a notification. Rose is our social media director. She's all day long posting and tweeting and Instagramming, and if you name it, whatever it is, she does it. I don't know half of it. You know, she has me so confused. She's telling me she's doing this. I don't know what it is. I have no choice but to believe it, but it all looks good. Right, Rose? Thank you, Rose. That was a quick response. Anyhow, so 9 o'clock, I'll push it a little bit because I am going to do at 9 o'clock. I want to know from you. I'm serious. 706-889-9700. Go on our Facebook page. This is up there. Twitter, whatever. Maybe we can do a poll on Twitter. You can go and do a Twitter poll, whatever. Do you think, may the bird of paradise fly up your nose? This is not silly, folks. You're going to think this is silly, but do you think it's against the law and you should be arrested, a warrant taken for your arrest for giving somebody the bird, the middle finger, flying the salute, the one finger salute? Should you go to jail for that and have to bond out? Really? I'm just thinking, because there's this senator out there in Missouri. And what is her name? What is that lady's name? You have her picture, Senator Chappelle Nadal. Is that her name? You got her picture? Now let's see. Did she bond out this weekend? Because I don't know. Because I think she's a Missouri state senator. And I think, do you have the tweet? What does the tweet say? What is the tweet? It's her tweet that says she thinks the president should be assassinated. It says, "I hope Trump is assassinated." Okay, you got that up? Because I can't see across the room. Give me a thumbs up or something.
You bring your glasses to work.
Hey, I know how we can solve this, but you don't have to tell everybody. Anyhow, you see the tweet there? I think it says, no. I hope Trump is assassinated. I hope she's assassinated. Missouri Senator Chappelle Nadal. Throw her picture up again. We definitely want to make sure we recognize her if we happen to be in Missouri. And she said but they've called for her to be removed from office. Don't you love when people apologize after the problem, when they get caught? I mean, a real apology, folks, let me explain this to you whether you like it or not. A real apology is an apology that you come forward with before the other person even acknowledges or knows maybe that you've done something. That's an apology. You know what? The other day I did this and I'm really sorry about that, right? But no, when you get caught, all right, I'll tell you, the judge, that's all the judge does all day. Your Honor, I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? Because I got caught. I got the cuffs put on me. I was thrown in jail, and I'm really sorry now. That's it. That's what happens, right? So, don't we have a video of this woman crying? Didn't she find Jesus over the weekend or something? I mean, this Democrat. I mean, I know how it sounds. I sent you the videos. Well, name one. It says, No, it's in a news report. I think it's in an email where I said it's from Kansas. Yes, can you play that one where she finds Jesus or something at church yesterday and she starts apologizing to Trump and his whole family? I'm sorry, it's okay. I'm not saying anything negative about going to church and finding Jesus. Please don't go there, okay? I just get tired of stuff like this. Tell me when you're ready. All right, okay. I want you to hear this. She says we should assassinate the President of the United States. Folks, I don't know. This is a Missouri state senator. All right? So she comes up yesterday and she says, oh, she apologizes to the president. Apologizes. Okay, all right. Well, if we got 15 seconds, is it okay? Is it freedom of speech to give somebody the middle finger? Freedom of expression. I want to know. Is it? That's the question. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. All right, play that.
I attended a wonderful service here at Wellspring. And the title of the sermon was, I Stand Accused. And I do. Rightfully, because I made a mistake. And you know what I'm reminded of is that we are all human. And I'm also a child of God as well as every single person standing behind me. The message that has been sent to me by our God is that I am here to serve as a teacher, as a translator, but most of all, as a servant. I am a servant of God, and I am a servant of the people that I represent. And I failed them both recently. I failed them both. But I'm reminded of the kindness that has been afforded me and so many others that have made mistakes in their lives. One of the scriptures that we talked about this morning was John 7, verses 53 to chapter 8, verse 1. I'm reminded about that. We are all human beings, and none of us are perfect. I want to make this apology to our president and his family. President Trump, I apologize to you and your family. I also apologize to all of the people in Missouri. And I also apologize to my colleagues in the Missouri legislature for the mistake that I made. I will continue to fight for issues that are really, really important. You know, talking about being a translator and teacher, something that comes up.
I stand before you accused. I made a mistake. I'm a servant of God. I failed them both. This weekend. I apologize. I'd like to apologize. You know what? Let me translate this, okay? Let me translate this. This lady is a state senator from Missouri. There's public outcry for her to resign. Seriously outcry. I think off the top of my head, just roll it out. I think that the lieutenant governor, which is the head of the Senate in the state, I think the lieutenant governor actually asked her to resign. Okay, so there's major outpouring of asking her to resign. So what happens if she resigns? She loses her paycheck. She loses all of her clout, right? Let's see. I bet she has health care. I bet she's got full coverage, has some great health care. Just thinking. So I think she said, how can I do this? And they gave her a video of Jimmy Swaggart. Go to church. Do it right at church. After church, do it right there. You apologize. And I think what's the song say? It's too late to apologize. It's too late, right? It's too late to apologize. And she wanted to apologize to all the people of the world. Anyhow, assassinating the President of the United States. Where are we at, people? Where are we at in this country? Okay. Let's move on to one more that I want to do before the 9 o'clock when we talk about Blue Ridge. White House petition to recognize Antifa as a terrorist organization hits over 100,000 signatures. The petition to the White House to formally classify Antifa as a terrorist organization has hit 100,000 signatures. You do understand if they actually would classify Antifa as a terrorist group, they would have to classify the DNC, so on and so forth. Created by an individual going by the initials MA on August 17th, we're at the 21st, the petition calls on the U.S. government to formally recognize the leftist extremist movement Antifa as a terrorist organization. The petition was created in response of last week's bloody event in Charlotte and the rise of the alt-left on the national stage as highlighted by the president. Now, Chuck Todd, obviously we need Chuck Todd to legitimize them, right? We got to get them legitimized, so we bring them into NBC and we let Chuck Todd show you they're not as bad, right? They're just not as bad. They're peaceful protesters that are not happy with the KKK and the bigots, you know. I mean, obviously, you and I, if you are on the right, extreme right, whatever, conservative. I mean, this is Archie Bunker on steroids, right? That's the times we're living in. So, this very peaceful group, all right, they have, let's go to their Facebook page. Let's go to the top of it, Antifa Boston. Show that one. Okay, here's what No video yet, okay? I'm talking about the pictures. Okay, we're going to go, here's how this is going to work. We're going to go to Antifa Boston picture, then we're going to go to Antifa 2, Antifa 3. Hold on! Now, you got it up there, but stay up there. Antifa 3, okay? Then after that, we'll go to video. So there's the game plan. Now, let me go back. Stay there. Don't go nowhere. Okay. This is Antifa Boston. This is the top, right? And the picture you see is free speech, and this is their free speech, and they are burning that. They're burning the free speech banner that they have. Okay. Let's go to Antifa 2. Okay, now this one, the flag is burning, okay? But during this one here, this is the picture. This is their Facebook page, folks. Boston Antifa. They're burning the American flag. Well, you know, let's see. You can assassinate the president, or no. I'm sorry. Let's back that up. Wow. You can claim that you're going to assassinate the president, or he should be assassinated. He should be. Somebody should, right? You can put that out there. You can burn the American flag. But if you give them the bird, if you fly the one finger salute in one city in Georgia, they'll put you in jail. Wait to hear that report at 9 o'clock. So anyhow, don't want to miss that. So stay with that. This is what it says in the top left. Support we receive from Hillary Democrats. Well, we're glad Hillary Democrats could show up in support for Antifa. Support we receive from Hillary Democrats has been new, but great. It's great that new support from those Hillary Democrats. Let's keep Nazis at bay together. Interesting. Unite the left. Hashtag Boston resist. Hashtag unite the left. Nazis. Let's see. I think it was Nazis that claimed the 13 lives, responsibilities for the 13 lives and over 100 wounded and injured in Barcelona in that terrorist attack last week. Oh, no, that wasn't Nazis. That was ISIS. Interesting, okay? So, all right, now let's go to Antifa number 3. It's Antifa number 3, okay? And here's what this one says. Democrats, DSA, Democrats, it starts out, Democrats, terrorist group, media, terrorist group, George Soros, terrorist group, on and on and on. DSA, Democrats, DSA, and others who come to our aid in the future further study now, and the way a Nazi behaves and manipulates the conversation, as well as how an anti-fascist handles the situation. Thank you for your assistance. Saturday was a tremendous victory for our cause, but you need to educate yourself for further events. Okay, there you go. There you go. Now, let's play the flag burning. Do you have that one? Let's play that flag burning video if we can get to that one, Sam. Let's go there. That is just a couple clips off of their Facebook page. A couple clips. Antifa Boston. Okay? Pull up the Craigslist. The Craigslist ads. Now on Craigslist, and I don't have the time to go into every one of them. I'm going to find it here. Won't take but just a second. Hang tight, folks. Stay with me. Okay. You go to Craigslist, okay, and this is Boston. Canvass direct to stop Trump's attacks on EPA. Now, where's the one? Is downtown Crossing, Cambridge, Boston, downtown Boston. Stop Trump's assault on our consumer protections, $11 to $16 an hour. Build your resume, working to stop Trump. That's on August 1st. That was on August 1st. Build your resume to help stop Trump. Build your resume, working to stop Trump. Average $11 to $16 an hour. The fund for the public interest is seeking hardworking individuals with great communication skills and passion for social change. So, I mean, there you can go to Craigslist. I just want to show this, and you can go on and on and on and look for all of these opportunities, paid opportunities, to stop the President of the United States. So, there you go. 852. Antifa, folks, to me is a terrorist organization. You can burn the flag. Okay, let me make sure I can see what else I got here. You can burn the flag. You can, what else can you do? You can burn the flag, right? You can say that maybe the president should be assassinated, but you got to post bail in one city in Blue Ridge if you give somebody the bird. I got it coming, folks. I got it coming. All right, book burning next. Steve Bannon. Tonight, the president will address the nation. There is a new plan for Afghanistan. We're going to hear that. President Donald Trump will come out tonight and address the nation. Okay, wonder what he will say. A new plan for Afghanistan. Did McMaster's win? Did McMaster's win? McMaster No S on it. I get in trouble for that. Did H.R. McMaster win? Did he win? Bannon and Breitbart are launching war on him as we speak. Did he win? Here it is right here. I read the article this morning. Breitbart goes after McMaster. Now let me ask you, these are questions I want you to start thinking about. Did the establishment win in the West Wing? Is the West Wing nothing but a home of Democrats now? Is it? I mean, you asked the question. Polls find conservative with huge lead over Trump-backed Alabama candidate. Now, Sam, I want to run through these pictures because at 9 o'clock, I want to do this also. Because the takedown is in. The takedown is in. Okay, where am I at here? Okay. Now let's start with fundraising. Go with this picture here. All right, it says fundraising. In July, why are you giving so much money to Republicans? Because Richie, that is here today with us in studio, he went to an event Saturday night. He went to an event Saturday night that see, it's David Schaefer. Now, we don't endorse any candidates. We don't endorse candidates here. But he brought back, this is David Schaefer, Mike Williams, David Bella Isles, Casey Cagle Leeds. I got a koozie for my water bottle. He brought back all kinds of stuff from a Republican fundraiser. So MSNBC shows this morning in July fundraising totals. Fundraising totals for Republican National Committee is $10.2 million in July. Democrat National Committee, $3.8 million. So if things are that bad in July, why do Republicans continue to outraise money against Democrats? Now, he did bring me back this sticker. I think I'll put it on the computer. I like it. Georgia Gun Store. This is the Georgia. He's got 2 guns blazing, man. Georgia Gun Store. He's right. I might put that on the computer. Now, so that is one, all right? Let's go to the next one, Sam. Okay. When I tell you, I'll tell you. Let's go to the next one, Sam. I'm getting ready to tell you. Trump's
attitude mouth.
Trump's approval ratings. Let's go to that one. Trump's approval ratings. Why, in Michigan, folks, this is none other, let's be clear. This is what the 10 sailors that are missing this morning, I hope they have found them and they're safe, but I don't know, but the 10 sailors that are missing, Antifa being a terrorist organization, all the above out there, it was Steve Bannon, it was very important for Joe Scarborough to open up this morning on MSNBC with none other than an NBC poll, all right? Michigan, Donald Trump's approval is 36%. Now, they picked these 3 states. You know what? I can't stand Joe Scarborough. Have you just picked up? He really ticked me off this morning. I'm going to tell you why. He ticks me off every day, but today he went college football ticks me off. I mean, Joe Scarborough's a racist. Okay, Michigan, because he picked these 3 here. Why? He called it Big Ten. Big Ten country. Big Ten country is dropping Donald Trump, but SEC country, Donald Trump's still doing well. And he understands why. Like, why the hell do you understand why, Joe? Why do you think everything that happened in Charlottesville is not affecting Trump in Mississippi? Why, Joe? Why'd you say that? You think Mississippi, everybody's a racist? You think in Alabama, everybody's a racist? What the hell's wrong with you, Joe? What the hell is wrong with you? I mean, he called this Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin the Big Ten. He said up in Big Ten country, Trump is really suffering. But if you get down south in SEC, he actually used football, right? College football. Trump's not hurting yet as of this time. And this is not playing in Mississippi. What the hell is wrong with you? Anyhow, excuse me, I didn't mean to go there. Anyhow, approval rates, Michigan, 36. That's all his approval is. His disapproval is 55. Pennsylvania, 35. His disapproval is 54. Wisconsin, 34. His disapproval, 56. I've always told you folks, please hang on to the fact that the mid-high 30s is all they ever gave Trump from day one, from the beginning of the primaries through the general, and his ass is in the Oval Office. So I always tell you, or he got to the Oval Office, I'm sorry, got it back, but he made it to the Oval Office in those high 30s, so don't get bothered by this. But they're trying to make this look like, now, let me see, what's the other one? Let's go to the one that says Trump polling numbers. I got to get to a break, okay? You got it up? Because I can't see. Okay, there you go. She's got it on the screen. It's on the screen. Trump's conduct as, now forget this is an NBC poll, his conduct as president. Michigan is embarrassed as hell. I mean, they are. They're embarrassed as hell. 64% of Michiganders are Michiganders, right? Is that what they are? They're embarrassed. Only 28% are proud. Only 28. Pennsylvania, 63% of you are so embarrassed of our president. 28 of you are proud. And Wisconsin, okay? You've even gone as far as to take the Trump cheeseheads off in Wisconsin, 64. Look what they're doing, folks. The manipulation of this media. Look what they're doing. Let's go to one more, and then we'll take our break. People prefer. That's the two words. I don't want to give it away. It says people prefer. Tell me when you have that. People prefer. People prefer. McFly. People prefer. It's the first two words on it. People prefer, and there's a third word. Oh. See? What I tell you, folks? Is that it? Okay. People prefer. Look what people prefer. Preference for control of Congress. Michigan, 48% want a Democrat in control of Congress. Only 35% in Michigan want the Democrats to control it. Pennsylvania, 47% want Democrats to control it. Only 37% want Republicans. Wisconsin, 46% want Republicans to control Wisconsin. Only 38%, Democrats, I apologize, Democrats, only 38% want Republicans. The Big Ten is collapsing around our president. Wow, an NBC poll. Who would have thought that? Folks, I'm not concerned today. I'm more concerned on what I started the show with. One, we are in a technological civil war. We've been in it for quite some time. And two, if you want change, vote change. What's next? I'm your host, BKP. It's 901. When we come back, we're going to go straight in. Hey, show me the picture of Steve Bannon. I haven't put that up. There's Bannon. All right. Poor guy is out, and he's over at he's out, and he's over at Breitbart. And then we're going to close the show today. It's the show today about 8:45. We're going to close the show. Richie went down to a fundraiser. We got a picture of Cagle and Williams. I think Sam might have some others by the time 9:45. We'll show you a couple pictures from that fundraiser. But Casey Cagle, Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle, and candidate State Senator Michael Williams shared the stage Saturday night at a fundraiser. Take us to break. We'll be right back. Blue Ridge, woo, the gift that keeps on giving. Take us to break, Sam.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
what you gonna do with all that junk?
Days Chevrolet in Jasper is dropping the hammer. Over $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverados. Just look what we've done to the price on this new LT Crew Cab. Save over $11,000 and pay just $32,500. And Days Chevy is dropping the hammer in a big way on all new Chevy Malibus. Save over $6,500 and pay just $17,900. The savings are real and they're big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Had the time of my life. I never felt like this before. I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love because I've had the time of my life. I've never felt like this before, 'cause I've had the time of my life.
Folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, this particular segment here, we call it Blue Ridge, just in general, / Fannin County / Fannin Cartel. Period. Hashtag Fannin Cartel. Now, I'm going to try to separate out some things, but it's so tangled up that I'm going to try to separate some things out one by one. Now, my opinion, because, I always say this because I have to say my opinion because God knows, they always have their attorneys watching my show and trying to filter through. If somebody will put somebody in jail for a middle finger, God knows what, is in store for me. Waterboarding, right? What the hell? So anyhow, if they will try to silence someone that speaks out for giving the middle finger, what will they do? So let me use this little disclaimer here before we start. Put my picture up of Johnny. Now, I'm not implying anything. I just want, that's Johnny. I want you to see Johnny. Johnny's the chief of police in the city of Blue Ridge. If you know already, if you don't know, I'll play the video. Johnny doesn't like me. I don't know why. He just doesn't like me. But I want to make a public statement right now because I'm not going to stop on these issues. I'm not going to. No, it's gone far too long, and I'm not going to stop. Look, you need to understand something about me, and I don't want you to take this wrong. People get me confused, okay? They get me confused as somebody who really cares, okay? That's going to have to take some further explanation. It's not that I'm insensitive and care about nothing. I know you have had the opportunity to watch Pet of the Week, and, well, those are dogs. They're not humans. So that's maybe not a good comparison. But, you know, people get me confused. People get confused thinking I get up in the morning. I know how this sounds, how arrogant, but I want it to come out. People get confused thinking I get up in the morning wondering if somebody likes me. I get confused if something I do will cause somebody not to like me. I'm serious. I mean, Sam, do you like me?
Absolutely not.
There you go. Absolutely not. Rose, you've been here a couple of weeks. You got anything? I mean, what's your thought?
I gotta say, Brian, I don't know. I can't say that I do like you yet. I'm thinking about it.
See? There you go. Richie's first day. You picking up any vibe?
It's my first day and I already can't stand you.
See, there you go, folks. I'm 0 for 3. That's striking out. Absolutely not. She's still thinking about it. Richie's first day. He can't stand me. Okay, now the humor's over. This is very serious, okay? They will. Take Johnny down. I don't want Johnny to think that I'm implying anything that, you know, to him. But, folks, I will say this. It'll take a minute, all right? So, I know the ones of you. If you don't think I know you're following me, really, you think I don't know that. If you don't think that if the opportunity presents itself that I may get pulled over, might happen, just say it, maybe find something in the wheel well of my car. Really? Because, folks, I don't trust what's going on right now, but I will not stop, you understand? And they need to understand that as I go through the city limits. They need to understand. They can do what they want. Now, the bottom line is, Patrick Crane, okay, Concerned Citizens of Blue Ridge. We can't do the entire story today. The election's coming up. There's a lot at stake. Power, okay, at stake. Now, Patrick Crane, in an interview with myself, said that they had meetings called the Concerned Citizens of Blue Ridge. It was incorporated, right? Patrick Crane said that. Patrick Crane told me the whole details. It's his words that said Mark Tomlinson, the former publisher of the Fan and Focus, Steve Setzer, the owner of the Swan Drive-In, Johnny Searcy, the chief of police of Blue Ridge, okay, and Councilwoman Angie Arp were all involved in the Concerned Citizens of Blue Ridge. He said they had meetings. They set everything up. That Councilwoman Angie Arp would write everything that he read from the podium. We've done all this story, right? He told the whole story. They're trying to shut him up. So, don't you think it's interesting Thursday? Listen at me close, folks. Don't you think it's interesting that Thursday, okay? Thursday, there was a special call meeting for the city of Blue Ridge. Patrick Crane attends along with maybe 100 more people. Was there about 100 there, right? Patrick Crane attended. He sat in the back of the room. About 15 minutes before the meeting ended, Patrick got up, walked across the room, and before he exited, he turned around and he looked at the entire crowd in Blue Ridge and he said, I think I make a motion. I have it on video, folks. I make a motion that Police Chief Johnny Searcy and Councilwoman Angie Arp resign. I make that motion today. And walked, I mean, for everybody to hear. He made that, said that, and walked out. That was Thursday. Friday, Patrick and I went to the attorney's office, Miss Lynn Wagoner, right? 2 doors. She's about 3 doors down to what used to be the Fan and Focus. The Fan and Focus office was here. Lynn Wagoner's office is here. I mean, walking distance, you know. I mean, just say. So anyhow, we went there, and Patrick Crane asked Linda Wagner for he's the client. I got it here. He asked for all of the information concerning this corporation, which he admittedly did all the signatures. I'm going to tell you a little more about that meeting in detail at a later time. So she said, come back in an hour. Pay attention, folks. Pay close attention. Come back in an hour. And I'm sorry for that one person out there that gets mad every time I do that. You sent me a message the other day, and I actually bumped into you. And, I apologize. So anyhow, again, since I've already apologized, pay attention. Because we asked for the file. She said to come back. So we went back to her office. She said this was it. So Mr. Crane said, I want to know who walked in and asked you to put all this together. Why, you did, Patrick. You came in here 2 or 3 times. Patrick said, lady, I never saw you before in my life till today. We'll get further into that in a minute. Then I said to the lady, well, she wouldn't talk to me because Patrick is the client. So, I said to Miss Wagner, Miss Wagner, could you please, where's the receipts? Where's the financial part of this? How much did he pay? Where's the receipts? Where's the rest of this? Copy a check? What are your bookkeeping for this account? Well, she wouldn't answer me, so I looked over at Patrick and said, Patrick, can you do me a favor and ask her this? So Patrick would ask her. Everything I wanted to know, she wouldn't even look at me. She could hear me. We're 2 feet away. That would be Mrs. Wagner, attorney. And I would ask Patrick, and Patrick would ask her. I will say this, she knows it, I know it, and the 4 witnesses in her lobby know it, that Mr. Crane said anything I asked for, she needed to give to me. So I kept asking her, where's your receipt? Well, and these are not quotes, because God knows she's an attorney, and she's picking the hell out of this right apart. So I just paraphrase a little bit, because we didn't record it, we didn't do a lot. So I said, where's the receipt? Oh, well, if it's cash, I don't know if we have a receipt or not. I'm like, whoa, you do cash transactions on legal things like this, you don't have a receipt? Well, we keep it on QuickBooks, and I don't know if it'll be cash or check. I said, well, go find out. I can't do that. Well, she was determined. We did not find out who paid to open the corporation. Determined. Now, stay with me. So, Thursday special called meeting, right? Friday, Patrick and I go to the attorney trying to find out who paid to have this corporation opened up. Interesting. Thursday, let's go to the 109. Let me know when you're at the hour and 9 minutes or whatever. We're going to go there first. Let me know. All right, Sam. So Thursday at the special call meeting, after Patrick asked for their resignation, the Concerned Citizen Blue, don't forget, this sparked the investigation, right, by Gerard and Davis that cost somewhere in the area of $50,000, folks. $50,000. No, I'm sorry. Whoa, my wrong. Cost in the area of 40. Somewhere around 40. This whole thing, the Concerned Citizen Bluers, started somewhere around 40. So after the meeting, I wanted to know, why would Patrick Crane ask the chief of police, okay? Why would Patrick Crane ask the chief of police, Johnny Searcy, and ask Councilwoman Angie Arp for their resignation? And is it true that Councilwoman Angie Arp said, is it true that Councilwoman Angie Arp said that she had Rodney Kendall and Bruce Pack's vote? Is it true? When they did this? So I asked Rodney Kendall if he was aware of it. So when we get to, are we at the 109? I did, but I changed my mind. Did you just meet me? Oh, well, you think it's my first day? No, I want to start on the interviews. Let me know when we're ready. Don't get all upset with me. I want to stay focused. Whatever I put on the notes. Right.
Why would you think that Patrick Crane would ask for your resignation? I mean, why do you think he did it?
I do not have a clue.
He was a representative at the podium for the concerned citizens of Blue Ridge. When he read everything from that paper, he states you wrote it. Is that true?
I didn't read anything, but if anybody asks me questions and I know the answer, I'll be glad to give it to him.
But when he was at the podium, you did not write what he read? Was that the first time you heard that, like when he was asking about the investigation?
It's common knowledge.
Well, no, but he was reading from a piece of paper. Did you write it? Huh?
I'm sorry.
No, did you write it? I mean, just yes or no?
Anything? No, I did not.
Okay, so what he, that's all I was asking. If what he read, you did not write it for him. Okay, were you a part of the concerned citizens of Blue Ridge?
I'm not part of anything, except council.
Okay, so you weren't involved in any way?
And
he says that Patrick Crane said you were a member of the concerned citizens of Blue.
No, I wasn't a member of anything.
Okay, so you never attended any of the meetings?
Absolutely not.
What about you, Chief, while I have you?
No, sir, I didn't.
Okay, because he made the accusation.
I heard what you
All right, he made the accusation, the man did.
He's made lots of accusations. He's made accusations that the mayor don't live in the city, too.
Well, I understand, but he said when you were at he was at the podium, he was reading what you wrote. I'm just saying what he said. He said that night he was.
Have my signature on it or something?
He says he has the documents.
Oh, well, you know what? Anybody can type up a document or write a document.
Okay, he has made accusations. I interviewed him for 2 hours.
He's made him right here in front of us.
Okay, all right. Do you know why he would ask for your resignation? Why? I mean, these are things he's doing. I mean, why are you getting angry at me?
Reason because it's ridiculous. Because we're talking about a man that's asked for all of our resignations.
I'm doing what?
Whatever you do best is what you're doing. So I mean, you know.
I didn't stand up and make an outburst. All right. Right now, I don't care. I had a 2-hour interview. He said that the day that he read that from the podium, his quote to me is you, Councilmember Pack, and Councilwoman Art knew he was reading that for the concerned citizens of Blue Ridge. You were not aware that day when he came to the podium and read what he read concerning the mayor, and then you guys made a motion. You were not aware of any of that.
No, I don't think I was aware.
He uses your name. I'm going to be candid.
Oh, I know. And I might have heard someone say that he might do that. Or he might even said it when he came in here, but I didn't have anything to do with him doing any of that.
But you weren't a member of the Concerned Citizens of Blue. You didn't attend any meetings they had.
No, I did not.
Okay, but I get accused. I'm gonna say I get accused of not coming and asking you guys the questions. I get accused of that. Why don't I come? That was all over. So I'm just asking because he made the accusations.
It's an accusation. It's not true.
I believe you.
Come back to me. Okay, so Thursday, I exposed this story last week. Concerning Councilwoman Angie Arp, possibly the chief of police in Blue Ridge, possibly Mark Thompson, former Fan and Focus publisher, and let's see, who was the last one? Arp, Pose. There was. Oh, Steve Setzer. We don't want to forget Steve Setzer. Don't want to forget him, right? Oh, he's a big part of the story this morning. How could I draw a blank? So we revealed that last week. I asked them this week. Patrick Crane goes and asks for their resignations. I interviewed. They look a little upset with the questioning, okay? Look a little upset. That's Thursday. Friday, Patrick and I go to the attorney. That's Friday, doing the timeline. Saturday, Patrick's riding his bicycle. He's out there riding his bicycle past the Swan Drive-In, and supposedly a bird appeared. Supposedly Steve Setzer, because Patrick lives right next to the drive-in, so supposedly Steve Setzer, is out there, and a bird appears. A middle finger. Someone threw the bird first, okay? I mean, this is like once, twice, three, shoot, right? So somebody threw the bird first. We don't know who. For those of you in Yorba Linda, California, the bird is the middle finger. So somebody said it is the LJ salute. So, next thing you know, Patrick is being arrested for throwing the middle bird. Oh, throwed it like dice. 1, 2, 3, boom. Just like that. You pick which one. All right, pick two, any two. So, yesterday, my understanding is Mr. Crane had to turn himself in. There was actually a warrant issued for his arrest. He had to turn himself in and was processed, my understanding, and bonded out for what Steve Setzer, possibly one of the concerned citizens of Blue Ridge, owner of the Swan Drive-In, said that Patrick Crane gave him the middle bird. Rumor is, I hate to say rumor, but some sources say, you know what? Video of the Swan Drive-In. Oh, I understand. This is all sources, okay? All sources. I understand Steve Setzer's witness happens to be his wife, okay? So I understand through the drive-in surveillance video, you can see Patrick's hand come up, but you don't see a finger, and you can see Mr. Setzer's hand come up, and you don't see a finger, and there's no audio, so you don't know if they said anything ugly to each other. So Patrick Crane and Blue Ridge, Georgia, put Johnny back up. We got to have Johnny. You can't do this. You can't wrap this up without Johnny. So Patrick Crane, a resident in Blue Ridge, Georgia, that has exposed the concerned citizens of Blue Ridge, all right, and we've got much more, had to bond out yesterday after what we did last week, all right, had to bond out. How about this for a phony arrest? How about this for a phony arrest? Now, Mark Tomlinson is having emotional distress, and we'll talk about Mark's emotional distress in a minute, but because of his claims of a phony arrest. This city chief of police allowed an officer of his to sign a warrant or sign on a warrant against Patrick Crane that had to be bonded out yesterday. And this guy, I tell you, I like Patrick. I like him. He wasn't very nice to me several months ago, but I don't hold, I didn't get upset. I understood the people he was dealing with at that time, and I understand the people that were pulling the strings. The Bannon cartel. I knew what was going on. I like Patrick, and I feel bad that he is probably being he's in so much fear of what could happen if somebody will throw you in jail for the middle finger. It happened, folks. It happened in Blue Ridge, Georgia. The middle finger. Johnny, I'm just thinking, if Patrick went to jail or had to bond out for the middle finger, I wonder. I just think of Johnny, some of the things that I've heard. Just saying. I'm going to take a break. I'm not done. I'm not done because, if we're going to talk about Johnny, let's just bring up some more stuff. Let's see, where's this letter? Okay. Let's go back. We'll go to Blue Ridge City. We'll talk about Johnny Blue. We got a lot to do. Sam, take us a break so we can get set up.
This summer, nothing says love like a box of truffles, especially if that box of truffles is in a blizzard.
This is all my favorite truffles. Fudge, caramel, and peanut butter. It's like a surprise in every bite. Bet you're full of surprises.
Actually, I'm full of chicken strips. Just had my break.
You're cute.
Still got it.
The new Triple Truffle Blizzard Treat with fudge, peanut butter, and caramel truffles.
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
Enjoy a $1 Misty Slush and more.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
All right, we're back. I'm your host. I don't know if I'm going to get to everything this morning. We're going to attempt it because we're going to push 9 o'clock. We know it's going to get dark here soon. We know everybody's going to lose their G2. I'll tell you what that is later. Everybody's going to lose that. It's going to get wild looking up into the sun here about 1 o'clock. NASA is live streaming. I think NASA is live streaming the event. Oh, so here we go. So last Thursday is the Blue Ridge City Council meeting, the special called meeting, right? And the special called meeting. So Wednesday, I started telling you about this email chain that's going around. That there's certain people that email. You are going to meet Mrs. G today. Yes, you are. Because there was an email going around, and then I read some parts where Mrs. G, she wrote Councilwoman Arp a touchy little email, which was to the entire council. And she was very upset. So Councilwoman Angie Arp last Thursday, City of Blue Ridge, decided to read Mrs. G's email to let everybody in the room see and feel how she gets treated. I got to give her credit. Now, Councilwoman Angie Arp can be very dramatic, and you're going to see that. So she decides to read the email. As for those that want to know why I was not here last week and I missed the last meeting, let me just show you how I get treated. how people talk to me. So we're going to roll a tape. We're going to play right through it. This is her reading Mrs. G's email. There's two things. Number one, she says it's an email she received. In front of over 100 people, she's calling an individual out in a public meeting without the name. Just calls them out. Okay? Yeah, Mrs. G doesn't go for that. Let's start with this video. All right, cool. All right, we have to reload it. It froze up. While we are reloading it, I received a message from Ken Gaddis. Ken Gaddis has officially qualified for Blue Ridge City Council Post 3 this morning. So Ken Gaddis is a candidate officially qualified for Blue Ridge City Council Post 3. Now I'm thinking, without looking any further into it, that Post 3 would be Angie Arps. Whoa. So you're saying you got a challenger. Are we ready? Yeah. All right, let's go to this video.
I want to go on to read an email that was sent to me personally. I say me personally. It was addressed to me. I think everybody got it. It says, I find it appalling that after avoiding citizens in excess of 140 people, council persons are Kendall, Herndon, and Pack have the gall to call a special called meeting to discuss the very issues that should have been discussed at a regular council meeting on August the 8th. The fact that these four persons were gutless enough to fail in their duties and job as councilpersons in the city of Blue Ridge and now expect a redo is beyond disgusting. I would think that beyond being appalling, this meeting is in itself illegal, except that our city attorney, who seems to represent Councilperson Art personally, would sanction anything she brings before him. On the agenda for this so-called special meeting is item number 15, correction to misinformation and issues raised at the August 8th meeting. Whether the statement refers to the 3-hour parking or just issues 140 plus people found important, 4 council members didn't show up for that official meeting, which thus became unofficial, and those members should have no right to address anything that came out of the public forum. They choose not to be there, much like the previous town hall, and we don't want to hear what they have to say. But of course, since Ms. Arp silenced Blue Ridge earlier in her term, people attending on Thursday can't speak. Special called meetings in Blue Ridge have become a joke. For council members not doing their job is even more of a joke. Blue Ridge deserves better. So, I've just gone over the laws and what is legal and what's not legal. So for anyone or for the person that wrote this, is not accurate information. We have not hindered anyone. We don't mind listening, but we will not allow hindrances for the purpose, or hindrances of the council to conduct these meetings for what the purpose of them are. So that's really all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that. You see, in a special called meeting, you're not allowed to speak. And Ms. Arp's letting you know why you can't talk. Why she has nicely afforded you the opportunity at certain times to be able to speak. And that's all I have to say about that. I'm going to call you out in front of a room full of people. I'm going to read this as like, look at how I get treated. and you're ignorant and you're dumb and you don't know what you're talking about. Whoa, those aren't my words. Let's go on because you're about to meet Mrs. G, and let's go on with this. Hey, not me, Mrs. G. Take it away. So, I have an update while we're waiting to meet Mrs. G. Is the middle finger protected by the Constitution? Constitution Daily. I'm going to be running that at the end of the show. Just let me know when we're ready with the second part, where Mrs. G's at. You want me to go ahead and do the Constitution story while you're getting it ready? It's just a second. Okay. Oh.
Excuse me. That was my email. I would like.
Ma'am, you cannot.
That was my email. You just read it to the whole group here.
Yeah.
That was my email. I would like you to read your last response.
Yes. I make a motion that I allow a response to this email. Or that, I'm sorry, that I read the response to this email. One second.
Excuse me though, you said I personally sent that to you. It was sent to the entire council. Not you.
I see that may not have been.
Your name may have been in it, but it was sent to the entire council
Anyway, you're not
and many of the
ready to
people
speak,
that are here.
Can we, Chelsea, could you get a copy of that? The email that I sent back, that my response. I think Mr. Pritchard has it on Petro News, but anyway, I'll be glad to read it.
Cindy, do you have a copy of the deed?
I don't have a copy with me, no. I've got the copy in safekeeping. And I do appreciate the response. I thank you for that response. I will keep it.
Yes. Okay, all right. So you make a motion. All right. Ms. Luker, I'm going to try to show you the same respect that you have shown me and the other council members as I tried to respond to your obvious ignorance of the law, among other things. Ms. Luker, I find it appalling myself that you think you have the right to speak to me or any other council member the way you have in this email. Obviously, from the remarks you don't have a very good understanding of who elected each council member and who the council represents. According to the Blue Ridge City Charter and the Georgia state law, the mayor and council represents the citizens of Blue Ridge. And we answer to them at the polls every 4 years. Ms. Luker, are you a citizen of Blue Ridge?
No, Bannon County.
Okay.
And I volunteer.
If not, could you explain to me why you think I owe you anything, even listen to you at a meeting? If we not have that, you can all leave.
Oh, no.
Now, Ms. Luker, let me show you how gutless I am of you or anyone else
We already know.
you refer to. I do not represent you, nor anyone else of the 140 that you reference to that does not live in the city. If you don't like that, then you need to talk to the Georgia lawmakers about changing the law. But simply being a property owner, being a business owner, simply shopping and dining downtown, or just simply being Cindy Bluford does not change the fact that I do not represent you. And since you confirmed in the first paragraph of your email that you don't know the law or what is illegal or not, I actually think it could be you that could be beyond disgusting and appalling, rather than any actions of this council. Why don't you visit some of the 65% of the voters of Blue Ridge that supported me and the rest of the council to find out, and see if they would tell you that they think the people they elected is beyond disgusting and appalling. why don't you ask them if they think we should answer to you and the other 146 non-citizens. As to my duties, I'm not going to try to explain them as a council, my duties as a council person to someone that has already proven doesn't have a good understanding of the law. But I will say I do know what my duties are, and I know exactly who I represent, and Ms. Booker, it is not you. I would recommend you read the city charter, and you can pick it up at the city hall any time. That way it may save you the embarrassment of possibly sounding ignorant, especially when you use the word illegal. I am certainly not going to do anything illegal, and I didn't get where I am today by being stupid. I have enough sense to at least ask someone that does have an education in the law before I spout off like you have in this email. Since your email proves you don't have an understanding of what a so-called meeting is, or whether it's legal or not, allow me to educate you. Your text may not portray that you have a good understanding. I'm sorry, your email. The Georgia Open Meetings Act says the following. Basically, I've copied and pasted what it says, but to sum it up, just as I said it before, we have to give 24 hours notice of the meeting. We've not violated the law with these so-called meetings. So, Ms. Blucher, for your information, I had a prior engagement as to why I was not at the meeting. But even if I had not had something more pressing to do, I may not have still shown up at the meeting. Not because I'm a coward of you or anyone else, but for the simple fact that I do not represent you or the 130 other people that did not live in the city that may have been at the meeting. I would have thought that you and everyone else would have got the message loud and clear when the council did not show up for the town hall meeting you referenced to. Again, we don't represent you unless you live in the city. My time is very valuable. Why should I waste it on anyone or anything that I do not represent? And lastly, Ms. Blucher, just so you know, according to Georgia state law, you nor anyone else has the right to speak at a public meeting unless the governing body allows you to. Chapter 14 of the Open Public Meetings Act. The public at all times shall be afforded access in meetings declared open to the public. Council meetings, when the council went above and beyond what Georgia law requires that we do when conducting a public meeting. And for the record, I haven't silenced anyone. It was actually me that wrote the council meeting policy that allowed public comments at the meetings. Actually, after a year and a half of unprofessional meetings, the council willingly endured insults, criticism, and threats all from people we don't even represent. There were several members that thought we should consider following Georgia law rather than go above and beyond it and not allow public comments at all. But we decided not to punish the overall general public for the actions of a few that were not even citizens of Blue Ridge. So I added a public comment in the policy, and it was passed unanimously. Ms. Blucher, thank you for your email. It will give me some good points to address in a public meeting. And one last thing, you may be in for a rude awakening if you think the overall average citizen of Blue Ridge truly wants people with your mindset to move to Blue Ridge or Bannon County and try to bully their way into the decision making for this community. People like yourself that could give us average small town people that cause us average small town people to wish you would go back where you came from.
Back to me. If you're thinking about coming here to our little town, just hold it right there. Just put the brakes on. Because the likes of people like you coming to our town. And if you don't like it, you could go back where you came from. you and your little dog too can go back where you came from. Woo! Now, see, the first part that Councilwoman Arp read to the public, she did not mention where she got the email. She called an individual out in front of everybody and make it. That's all I have to say about that. See, if she would have ended it there, then it looks like, people are mean to Miss Arp. Now, she's an elected official. She should have just wrote back, thank you for your email. Sorry that, you feel this way or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Please attend our meetings and maybe we can clear some things up by Georgia code and have a nice day. No. Miss Arp has to write back. And when Mrs. G said, hey, read your response to what you did, just saying. Oh, by the way, Angie's running for re-election. Just saying. Ken Gaddis is running against her. Just saying. I'm your host, BKP. Now, wait a minute. We're not finished yet. So let's move on. I know. I'm not finished. I don't care. Okay? I don't care if they like me or not. Oh, my God. They can get heartburn. I got a message. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, viewers. A message from one of our viewers, an email from Judy. Thank you, Judy, for this email. And this comes from Constitution Daily. That's the website, Constitution Daily. Is middle finger protected by the Constitution? New York man angry about a speed trap extended his middle finger to the police officer to express his displeasure and was subsequently arrested. Get in the back of the car. You'll not give me the finger, buddy. So how is the man protected by the Constitution? The police officer, who apparently has never visited a playground or watched television or had a human interaction, said that he interpreted the gesture as a sign that perhaps there might be a domestic dispute in the car and went to see if he could provide help. And by help, the police officer meant arrest the man for disorderly conduct. He arrested him for disorderly conduct. The motorist sued. Patrick, I hope you're listening. The motorist sued. Okay. Where's that at? The motorist sued, claiming that arresting him for expressing his displeasure was a violation of his civil rights. So it is very constitutional. So is it your constitutional right to extend your middle finger to a police officer in a gesture meant, as most would understand, as an insult and rude at that? The First Amendment states, Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech. The spoken word is not the only form of speech. It's not the only form of speech. It's like this, that the Supreme Court has determined the First Amendment protects, in fact, the First Amendment protects a wide range of public speech, including marching, wearing armbands, and even making expressive gestures, like right there, okay? But, if I come up to you and I give you one of these, you know what I mean? Hey, it's my right. But that doesn't mean the First Amendment gives people the right to say or express anything at any time. There are limits. Can't yell fire in a crowded theater. So that goes on. You could find this story and the details on this story, okay? Let's see, First Amendment, fighting words, so on and so forth. So anyhow, you can find the story in Constitution Daily. Is the middle finger protected by the Constitution? Now, I have 7 minutes, and I don't want to leave without this. I tell you what this is, and let me tell you why. Now, I thought this was a joke. I swear I thought it was a joke. Because I have the details. Now, put up... the two guys look like they just seen the possum, grinning like a possum. What's their names? Mark and Stookie, right? This is Stookie and Tomlinson, all right? Stookie and Tomlinson. Look like that, just two possums, right? Grinning like a possum. So anyhow, we don't have time to go into. You got that picture of Stuckey and Tomlinson grinning like a possum? Can I get that put up, please? There you go. Oh, just like a possum. Happy to be there. So that's a long story we're going to start working on this week. Newsman lawyer plan. This is the AJC, none other than Rhonda Cook. Newsman lawyer planned to sue North Georgia judge and prosecutor. So Brenda Weaver is going to be sued, and Allison Sosby. And I'm going to tie all this together. I got a final statement. The owner of a now closed weekly newspaper and his attorney planned to sue the judge and the district attorney who brought felony charges against and jailed them because their push to secure public records. Not true. I've done the whole story. So let me say this. This past week, Pickens County Chief Superior Court Judge Brenda Weaver and District Attorney, Appalachian Judicial Circuit District Attorney B. Allison Sosby received a letter from the law offices of Jerry Weber, okay? Mr. Weber, start doing the research. And this is to the Honorable Brenda Weaver, Board of Commissioners Rob Jones, and the Honorable Allison B. Sosby, District Attorney. A demand letter, okay? The claimants are Russell Stuckey and Mark Tomlinson. Introductory. This is an introductory to the claims, and I've got 5 minutes, so this is a start of what we're going to do in the next week. This case has already garnished national attention. It involves breathtaking abuse, breathtaking. Everybody hold your breath. Of power by judge and prosecutor and law enforcement who manipulated the criminal justice system to wage a personal vendetta. My friend, personal vendetta. Let's see. I never thought I'd get a chance to say Lynn Doss, County Attorney Lynn Doss again, but I got that chance here this morning. I mean, every time I hear personal vendetta, the first thing that comes to mind is County Attorney Lynn Doss, right? So wage personal vendetta against a local newspaper publisher and his attorney. After improperly paying the legal expenses of a county contractor using public funds, Brenda Weaver used her position as Superior Court judge to bully, intimidate Mark Tomlinson and Russell Stuckey because the two men became interested in determining whether Judge Weaver had misappropriated county funds. All right. Now, I'm going to get to one part. We're going to go to this. This is the factual basis of the claims. Factual basis of the claims. I have 4 minutes. Mr. Tomlinson is a journalist who runs the Fan and Focus newspaper that reports. Leave the possums grinning up there. Don't take them down. Mark Thomas is a journalist who runs the Fan and Focus, a newspaper that reports local news with an emphasis on legal and governmental reporting. Mr. Thomason is a native of Fannin County, where his family business located the hardware store, supply business, and many others. That's now Three Monkeys Antiques. I would like to talk to the owners of Three Monkeys Antiques. Maybe they know something about Mark. Just say it, okay? In March 15th, a bond revocation. We're going to get into this next week. Where do I get into it? Practice, double field, blah, blah, blah. Okay, attorney's fees. Where's the number? Going down. I got it here. I got 3 minutes. I'll get it to you right here. Motion fees. Okay. Attorney's fees. Okay, so forth, so forth. Where's it at? Okay. Where's it at? Come on. Where was it at? 5 o'clock. Hold on. January 6th. Legal claims. Oh, here it is. Legal claims. Legal claims. All right. And then damages. Oh, I knew I would get to the damage. While these two men, I have 2 minutes. We might go to 10:01, say while these two men no longer face baseless criminal prosecution, they have suffered, okay? The Fan and Focus was a successful business. I would be careful with that. I would be careful. A successful business, venture that began in 2014. Its average monthly revenue was $21,000. In 2015, the average monthly revenue increased to $23,000. Wow. Wow. $7,500 it dropped. $23,000 a month. Now, I don't think there's $23,000 worth of advertising there. We're going to disprove everything that was said here. Because if the fan and focus, why did you discount, why did you not report, Johnny Searcy, the matter comes before the Georgia Transparency, respondent was candidate office for sheriff of Fannin County during 2016. Let's see. This matter comes before the Georgia Transparency and Campaign Finance Commission pursuant the complaint filed by Brian Pritchard, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to go through this. I have a minute. You want to make these claims, you want to sue for $1 million because you have emotional distress. Your books are about to be opened. And I have 3 sources. Let me end this morning. I have 3 sources that tell me, and you know, Johnny, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm for sure when they depose you, I'm for sure when they open all the Fan and Focus books, I'm for sure when they go through all the credit card ledgers, all the cash inserts, they won't find this. But I have 3 sources that said to me that Chief of Police of Blue Ridge, Johnny Searcy, helped the Fan and Focus and paid with his credit card, these are just sources saying, paid their publishing bill a couple times. Johnny, did you pay their publishing bill in lieu? Because this says if any other violations can occur. So did you pay their publishing bill in lieu of actually reporting all the money on your campaign finance? I don't know. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just a messenger. Wait till I'll tell you tomorrow who all will probably be deposed during this one. It gets better. The Fannin cartel. Oh, by the way, if you're out there, I got to go to Blue Ridge. I'm headed there now. Hey, stay out of the dark at 1 o'clock. It's been a great morning. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank you, Sam, Richie, and Rose, for a great show this morning. I appreciate all your kind words. And, I just feel the love in the office. Back tomorrow morning at 8. Take us out of here, Sam.